Welcome back to the channel, guys. As today's title of the video says, we've got some unboxing to do. So we've got a couple of pieces for the 355 that we've gotten, and now we're gonna open them up. So let's get to it. And I hope that means that what's inside of it is in good shape. So this was for sale on eBay, and I just happened to kind of lowball the guy looking at some parts one day. There it is. So typically these go for about $500. I think I offered the guy $125, and he wanted $60 or $70 shipped. And yeah, so that's what a couple $100 will get you for a taillight panel. You set that off the side over here. And we'll get to the best part. So this is the part that we've been waiting for. This is the rear subframe. So I want to give a big shout out to Pacific Motors. They are a huge Ferrari parts place, I guess car parts place in general on eBay. But yeah, they gave me quite a good deal on this subframe. Threw my box knife around. There it is. So this is going to kick us off a big way. So I need this piece so I can take measurements for what the rear subframe, or for what the rear suspension is going to be, and if what I have in mind that might work actually works. So I'm going to let you hold on for a second. I'm just going to break this apart, do the montage. And there it is. So, Pacific Motors put together a halfway decent pallet. That definitely took me a little bit longer to break apart than I thought it was good. But anyways, there it is. So, what we've got here is, rear subframe. So, the section down here, these two pads will bolt to the actual chassis of the body. These two pieces that come up, those will bolt into the back of the actual car itself. Now, I've got the shell up on the lift. Let me get this mess cleaned up behind me. Get the wood boards thrown away. We'll get the subframe over the car, and we'll get ready to put it in the car. And we're back. Now, subframe's up on jack stands. I know we're generally in a halfway close area. We're nowhere near lined up perfectly where we're going to have to be. So we're going to have to shift it around and move it around a little bit as we try to get the bolts in place, but we're sort of close. So let's give it a attempt. There it is, guys. That's really close. Not quite perfect. I'll give you a little bit of a view. Man, does that rear get just crammed once you go ahead and put in a rear subframe in this. We might go cut, and make this part here in the center removable. That would make things getting in and out a whole lot easier, since we got some interesting plans for the back area. But while I go ahead and bolt things up, I'm going to set you back up in the stand. There you have it, guys. It is bolted in. Only a few bolts right now. Not all of the bolts are in, obviously. However, now I get to start test fitting up some suspension on it. Now, I've got some C5 Corvette stuff that's sitting around the shop. I did a tiny little mock-up, just like try to test fit some stuff yesterday as we opened the box. However, it doesn't quite fit up perfectly, but I still think we might get away with using some of it, depending on how it looks when I get to actually fitting it up in the wheel well, now that we got the subframe in the wheel well. So, there she goes. Nothing too fancy. Obviously still dirty and ugly looking, you know, yet. However, I can already see some of the vision coming together. So, yeah, that's about it for just now. I do have one other thing that we're going to put on, simply because I have it, that we're gonna put it on so it actually looks something kind of good on the car. So I've got the taillight panel here. I went and picked up the screws, or the nuts that I needed for it earlier as well. So I'm gonna set you back on the stand. I'm gonna get that put on real quick, and then, yeah, we'll do a couple of other little things before we end for today. There it is. So we actually got something that kind of looks, you know, halfway decent on the car. Yeah. Don't get too used to that. There's not going to be a whole lot of good looking color on this car for quite some time. But yeah, that is starting to bring the back end of it kind of looking cool. So the subframe's in, taillight panel's on, and now I'm going to bust out some of the suspension links that I've got, and I'm just going to run through a montage of me taking a look at things, maybe looking at some wheels in the wheel wells and such, and yeah, just going to set you guys up on the stand from a different angle this time, and see what you guys think. Alright guys, so the last thing that we're going to do today for you guys is we're going to mock up some wheels. Alright, now none of these wheels are the wheels that are going to actually be on the car. They're just some stuff that we have laying around the shop here that we can look at and mock up and kind of see what's going on. So, that being said, please subscribe, share, tell a friend. Yeah, we're going to try to show you every single thing that we do to fix up the 355. It's going to be a long process, so let everybody know. That way they can, you know, see it with you. With that, let's take a look at the wheels. Both of these first sets are 18-inch. First set is a set of Forged Stars. Second set is a set of my CCWs that I run on the Mustang. It's cool. Alright, so there it is, guys. Tell me which set of wheels you like best. Neighbor down the road stopped by to say hey. So yeah, that's it. Tell me what you think.